Hi Aries, welcome into your weekly video. I know I'm delayed, I'm sorry. It's just I did your video yesterday, but there was so much noise in the background. I felt bad releasing it. The neighbor's dog was barking so much outside, it was picking up in the video. And I don't know, it just kind of annoyed me. I didn't want to release it. I mean, I can, it's still there, it's uploaded. If you guys want me to put it up, as a bonus, but you know, be warned, the background's pretty annoying. But anyway, here's a new one, and this is why I'm delayed. Let's see their situation mid-May, Spirit. What's their situation mid-May? Okay. Guys, there's something where you either broke up here with somebody or something happened and you're trying to go back to see if there's anything you can resurrect there. All right, because I have the Four of Wands in reverse and the Ten of Swords in reverse. Something fell apart. Something broke up. You guys broke up. Something ended. You left your company, your business, your job, or something. Interesting. You're trying to reconcile here or reconciliate with someone, or at least you're hoping to. I mean, clearly with the Ten of Swords in reverse. Let me see what's coming towards you, Aries. Maybe you are reconciling, or maybe you're just moving on. Let's see what's happening here. Guys, there's a partnership that's coming in, but it feels like it's a runner-chaser dynamic, or it's unrequited love. Four of Cups and the Two of Cups. You're not exactly thrilled by your options. Now, guys, sometimes this could be as innocuous as your partner at work, because I kind of have one at work too. I'm not thrilled about her either. Four of Cups, it's an example. But do we produce well? Probably, because we are definitely a partner in a partnership, but I'm not thrilled with the person I've been linked to. That could also be the same situation here. This is in your future position. Some of you could be meeting somebody that's very into you, and you might not be into them as much as they are into you. Of course, it can be vice versa. It is a new person. It is a fresh new start in love. All right? Or something that is something you will love to do. Now, what does an Aries see coming? What is the big surprise here? The Hierophant in reverse and the Ten of Wands. Something that either a marriage or commitment that broke away is now burdening you. It's becoming an issue. Others of you, this is doing something untraditional, not typical. But because it's not typical, it's burdening you. This is the most powerful key card in this combination set. Why? Because it's telling me you've taken on some burdens for some commitment that's not really a commitment to you. There's nothing to hold on to. So this is becoming a strain onto you. Yeah, something that you let go of. You stopped investing in something or someone. I don't feel like your whole heart is into this whole situation. And now it's like you're adding responsibilities to yourself that you don't want or need. What's your advice? Or you feel responsible for someone else, and you're just like, ugh, I don't want to be in this situation. Interesting advice. Ten of Cups sideways. Ten of Cups to me is a happy couple. It can also be a happy environment, whether it's at home or work. But it's in a challenge position, in your advice position. And the Eight of Pentacles in reverse and the Strength in reverse. It feels like you don't have the strength to move forward anymore in something that's not working, something that's dead. And you're finding it a challenge to be in a happy environment altogether. But because this is falling in your advice position, it's telling me that you've exhausted something as much as you possibly can, Aries. You've already done your due diligence. You've learned your lesson. You've been through this. It might be time for you to let go and move on. Or let go of something that's no longer working for you. Like, for example, if you're in your company and you don't feel like you're getting the promotion, or you don't feel you're being moved up, or you don't feel like you're learning anything and you're no longer happy here, maybe you've gone as far as you can go, and now you're being challenged by the environment that you're in. It's no longer like, it's like, for you. And Spirit's like saying, let it go. Stop putting effort into the situation. It's the same thing with a relationship. You're struggling to be happy. You're struggling to find this environment. And it's like, what are you even fighting for at this point? Stop putting effort into the situation. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. If this is financial, it's lack of financial independence. If this is about your relationship status, it's about not wanting to be single, or you aren't single. But whatever this is right now, as the preliminary messages are coming through, you're definitely challenged by something that's creating a burden for you now, and you're no longer happy. It's becoming a whatever environment for you. Let me see the outcome, please. Yeah, you're even losing focus. You had a mission, you had a plan, Aries, and I don't know, now it's like you're either getting derailed and you're trying to put yourself back on the tracks, and you're reviewing your options. Two of Swords. Some of you, you could be confused as what that is. Like, for example, if I break up with this person, will I ever find love again? If I leave this company, will I be successful in the new place that I go to? You'll never know until you start making those moves. There are safe ways to do it, you know. At the bottom of the deck is another 2. You are in the land of a crossroads. You're waffling, you're back and forthing. You're trying to throw darts and seeing which way is the right path for you. The only reason you're even feeling this way in the first place is because your intuition's already nagging at you. When you're not feeling happy or you're comfortable, you're going to start questioning things. And I know one of your doubts might be, in this scenario, are you making the right choices by leaving something behind, by moving on? Will something better replace it? Well, you'll never know until you try. And some of you could be afraid of moving on because of the security you currently have. But the security that you currently have right now, Aries, isn't making you happy. Because right now, this dude right here, he don't look thrilled. The universe, however, though, is gifting you something, but you're concentrating on just this. Here's your alternative. You're not looking at it. And Spirit's like saying sometimes you might need to look at the alternatives. Continuing. Let's start clarifying and getting deep into this. What is this? 4 of Wands in reverse and the 10 of Swords in reverse. 7 of Cups and the 3 of Pentacles. There's a little bit of confusion for 2 camps of you, Aries. Some of you could be dealing with a third-party situation. Maybe somebody is involved with someone else. Or it could be mental. So there's a third energy there. And this is leading to confusion for some of you guys. Someone here is trying to collaborate with you, but you're not sure. You're a little confused over the options of working with this person. And when I say working, I mean in a relationship or literally at work. The Judgment's in reverse. You feel like your judgment calls right now are flawed. Not flawed, but you don't see it clearly. You don't see the path forward clearly. What is this 2 of Cups and this 4 of Cups? I'm laughing because sometimes when I do my own cards, I don't do them that often, but I only do them when I need advice. And every single time I use the tarot for advice, it's always walked me off the ledge. It's walked me back. And I've been grateful for it ever since. And I'm laughing because I'm looking at this partnership and this 4 of Cups as something that, yes, there's an alternative here, not thrilled about it, but maybe it's time that there was something different in your life, that you did try something different, that you did something that was not of Aries-like behavior. Because what's happening here is you're walking away from a situation where it's always left you bitter. Regret, resentment over the past, the woulda, coulda, shoulda, I should have done it differently, I should have... There's no such thing like that. It's just the lessons that you're learning that you're picking up and you're taking with you, moving you forward. You're evolving from this. But you are leaving something that's no longer making you happy. You're not even fighting it. You're not even resisting it. You're just even saying to yourself, I just don't like it anymore. I'm just not happy anymore. I don't know what else to do but leave it. It's just how I feel. Yeah, you're just not wanting to invest in something here. And now it's becoming a burden. What is this Hierophant in reverse and the Ten of Wands? Some of you, this could be your marriage, your commitment, something in your marriage, in your commitment. It's just, yeah, the Moon and the Ace of Pentacles. You have some kind of new offer coming in, and this is going to be a big surprise to you, Aries. This new offer, which is a new job, a new financial situation, or even a solid new relationship, that is your alternative. That is this little dude right here who's coming in at a left field, giving you something. And Spirit's like, hey, here's something solid. You can take this to the bank and cash it. But here you are, the Moon. Well, what will the results be? I need to know that so I can go for it. And sometimes it's not like that. Okay? So you are getting some kind of effort, but because you don't know what the future holds for you, it's creating this burden for you. And it's also making you do something non-traditional, making you leave something else in order to go see what this is. So when this opportunity comes, it's going to put you in this place where you're going to have to make a choice. Yep, it's definitely an invitation of some kind. It's definitely going to heal you. It's so funny, like these cards at the back of the deck, which tells me what's coming down the road. It's like a little bit of a back and forth action of thinking about it, investing in it, getting some truth, honesty, and clarity, but then you hear what the offer is by this person. It keeps you stuck. Then you eventually take a risk of some kind. You make a judgment call. You go after your heart and soul and your passion. It leads you to this person. I have a feeling, guys, that is going to be a very key, pivotal person in your lives. And this is somebody, I think, that comes towards you at the end of summer. The reason I'm saying this is because right before I did this reading, I did your part 2 for summer love. And this was somebody that came up in your cards at the end of the summer going into fall. So that video goes up on Sunday. Now, let's see your advice over here with this 10 of Cups and... Lovers in reverse. 8 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, 3 of Cups. Third party situation for a lover, or it's just like you were putting so much hard work and effort into this lover and you weren't getting anything. High risk, low reward. And it's like, where the hell is my reward? So you were struggling to feel this in your environment. All right. So it's like kind of saying, give up. I'm going to show you this, how interesting it is. In your advice, you got the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, clarifying it by the 8 of Pentacles upright. This is explaining this. This is telling me that you were doing all of this work for a lover that seems to be rejecting. Either you're rejecting them or they are rejecting you, because lovers is a choice. And then it's become exhausting, a burden. It's cumbersome, trying to keep up by going out and being with this person and socializing with this person, but there's 3 of you. There's a third energy. These clarifying why your environment is struggling. It's telling me you need to give up. Stop putting hard work and effort into this. Even if you want them to come to you, you flat out ask. When you see what they're giving you, it's up to you then, Aries. Do you want to just have a fling? Don't put any stock into this person otherwise. But it's clear here. Spirit's like, just give up. Don't put so much effort into this situation. Wait. This lover looks like they're making their own choice. And this is what's going to help you to come back home. This is what's going to help you become back the fun-loving Aries that you are. Yes. In fact, it's going to end up giving you some success later on down the road. The rejection of you by someone else does not depict who you are or what you are. It's just a stroke of luck of coming from the universe that's blessing you to get away from this person. All right? Because a lover is somebody, sometimes to me, you are meant to meet. It's a profound connection. But if they're carrying on in a third-party energy, this means to me the other person's weak. For those of you who have gotten divorces, you understand what I'm saying. It took a lot of strength to move on, to be alone, to be on your own, to get into a divorce, because it brought along a bunch of other connotations. Either you needed to free yourself from a horrible, toxic situation, or B, even though you let go of somebody because you just didn't feel the love or the passion anymore, it was a hard thing for you to do, but you did it. You did the hard work. Somebody here needs to do the same shit. They need to do their hard work. All right? So this lover, if they're just using you as a lover, but they're trying to remain in something else in their lives that's stable, that's functioning, you cannot be the person in the fucking shadows. You don't belong there anyway. You will wilt and die like a flower. Flower needs sunlight. That's you, Aries. You need fire. You need light. All right, let's see. And you need somebody to fuel it. And that's the most important message of it all. Somebody to fuel your fire. Because that's where your creativity comes from. That's where your passion comes from. This is how you refill your cups. All right? So you can keep giving that energy out. And the universe knows this about you. And the universe wants output from every human being on this planet. And everyone's output is different and beneficial to the collective. And what they need from you, Aries, is that love, is that passion, is that creativity, is that leadership that you have. And when you're withering up and you're dying inside, you're not having that output into the universe, and the universe doesn't like that. So the universe starts doing these things called eclipses of the moon, and they eclipse things out of your life because it's not for your greatest and highest good, for you and for the greater good of humanity. Now, with that said, we have the Two of Swords, and I know you want this for yourselves too, but you sometimes your lines get blurred. And you have doubts, and then these doubts, they start seeping in, and they start making your judgment calls to be cloudy, even though your first initial thought is the correct one. Your first initial thought and feeling is the correct path. Eight of Swords, Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is clarified by the Two of Swords. You don't know which way to go. And the blindfold represents innocence, just like Aries is. You know, Aries sign is very misunderstood because everybody thinks that, you know, sometimes we all make mistakes as human beings, but the misunderstanding is they think it comes from malice, when it doesn't. It's the complete opposite. It comes from innocence. And that's the thing. This is why you are the children of the zodiac, because the things that you do, they're not meant to hurt anyone else. It's just because you don't know, and like an innocent child, you're gonna make a mistake or two. That's the thing about Aries. And here you are trying to make this decision and you don't know again, like an innocent child. All right? And this is keeping you mentally stuck from moving forward. And this is what's blurring your focus. This is what's derailing you off the train tracks. However, the good news is you're emotionally responsible. You're emotionally mature, and you're emotionally available, meaning you can have those tough conversations. And you're going to be able to absorb them and take them in without exploding. All right? Even though there is an explosion here or an ending from something that was shady or someone who's been ghosting. You do have love here for someone, but the problem is you don't know which way to go. Leave them? Love them and leave them? Or staying. Oracle. What say you? Mid-May. What's going on here with this person and their torn business over here for Aries? If this hasn't happened to you yet, it's coming. So, good to know. Good to know. Separation. Retreat, definitely. Guys, we don't want codependency in our lives. It's just one of those things that will definitely keep us lingering onto a human being and not helping us move forward. Because we think, A, we can't do better, or we're never going to find somebody again. Not true. Untrue. You will find your excitement again, your path forward again. Right now, it looks like you're separating from somebody. What else do I want to grab and see? Let's see what messages. Excuse me. We have Amanda Lovelace. What you say? Aries, please. Anything, or I'm going to pick the top card. That's too much, but let's see what fell on the floor. Pull down this scarf before this becomes tarot in a show. Red. Forgive. Interesting. Let's see what this is all about. You've been holding a grudge against somebody in your life. Maybe it's a loved one, or maybe it's yourself. This isn't a card telling you that you must learn to practice forgiveness. No. Forgive them on your own terms, if and when you are ready to do so. This is simply a nudge for you to consider whether the time is the present. Don't let forgiveness feel like an obligation, but like a shiny red hope that gets you through your sleepless late nights. Shit. You had that burden card. That's exactly what it's talking about. And then, let's see what the Wisdom House of Night has to say. Wisdom House of Night, what do you have for Aries? The High Priestess of Fire. That's you. You need to be back in your own element. You need to be creative again. You need to be passionate again. Remember I was talking to you earlier about the cups, refilling it, and what you mean to the universe, what you mean to the greater good of humanity? You've chosen the symbol of the High Priestess of Fire, the goddess of creativity and passion. Whenever she arrives, she reminds you of your ability to create your own reality and to choose how you channel your energy. If you're restless, call upon the High Priestess of Fire for inspiration and joy, and she will release you from the trap of boredom. Fire brings warmth and light, but it also burns when you allow it to get out of control. Spend your energy creatively, not impulsively, and guard yourself against burning out. Use your fire wisely and let your light shine brightly. You know how you can use your fire in a smart, genuine way? Like a bonfire. It's so easy to spot from miles away. Bonfires, for some weird reason on the beach, make people think like, oh, warm, cozy, fun. People sitting around, sharing things about themselves, stories about themselves. It just makes you feel like good inside. Like there's a party, there's meeting people, there's something like that. That energy I just literally just described, that is you. You guys are a bonfire. But you know how to let it get out of control with anger and temper, and you know how to control it by creating chemistry, by creating an environment that is inviting to everybody who wants to come, because they will see you from miles away. All right, guys, this is what I have for you. The extended, the link is down below, and we'll see how your person is feeling and thinking about you guys. All right, I'll see you over there.